Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. Today I just have a short video for you. I just wanted to organize all of my discs that I use for my disc bound planner. I do not have much of these discs really, and I do not plan to have a lot, but the ones that I have are not organized at all, and it's starting to bug me just a little bit. I have them all in these zippered in this zippered bag right here, which by the way also contains a ton of these half sheets that are already punched for the disc bound. These are leftovers from whenever I make inserts for my planner. I use these a lot, but I always end up making more than I can use up, so I have already started giving these away. I use the zippered bags to organize all of my supplies and tools for DIYing things that I need, basically for crafting mostly. I have a video showing all of the things that I keep in these zippered bags, and I will link that video in the description box. But I am new to the disc bound, and I only started using the disc bound in July this year. I started with generic metal discs, but right now I am on the Happy Planner branded metal expander discs in the rainbow color scheme. These are 1.75 inches in diameter, and they are just perfect for me for what I need my planner to hold. And here is the box that it came in. I just folded it down and put it inside a separate Ziploc bag. When I started my disc-bound journey, I didn't really know the right way to store discs. I mean, I have seen videos of how other people stored their discs, and there seemed to be no right and wrong way to do them. So, at that moment, I decided to store all of the discs inside Ziploc bags, which I have so many of anyway. These Ziploc bags are mostly from Daiso, and they're very inexpensive, and the quality is okay. They're not too thin, and I use them for organizing things, for storing things, and for shipping out things. I tend to toss things into storage bins in the house, and putting them in Ziploc bags makes sure that they don't get mixed in with the other stuff inside the same storage bin. The metal discs I stored individually inside very small Ziploc bags, and the plastic ones I just tossed together into one larger Ziploc bag because I thought it was necessary. I thought the metal discs scratched easily, but now that I have been using the metal discs for months, I know that that is not true. The metal discs do not get scratched, so it's not necessary to be so precious with your metal discs. Well, because of all of these Ziploc bags, it's not easy to go through them when I need some discs. I do not fish around here often, but when I do, it's a little annoying, and now I don't really know exactly what and how much I have. And sometimes when I need to place discs back inside here, I don't even bother to put them in the Ziploc bags. I just dump them in here and zip the bag closed and then call it a day. Because I have to admit, having these zippered bags for organizing clutter is so easy. And once the bags are zipped close, you don't need, you don't see the mess anymore that's inside, and so you don't think about them anymore until the next time when you have to look into the bag. So anyway, I wanted to know exactly what discs I have and how much, and I need to organize them in a better way anyway inside the zippered bag. So I am taking out each disc from the Ziploc bag it's been in. And by the way, I will not throw these tiny Ziploc bags away. They're still intact and clean, even if they're a little rumpled. I'm keeping these for use in the future. I also have here a bunch of metal discs. I have 10 in gold and 10 in rose gold. I ordered these because I will be making a planner for three different ladies, and I will use these discs plus the silver discs that I already have in order to make those three different planners. So because I already have the covers ready, I will put the discs on them and put them to the side one by one. And as you can see here, the gold is a little bit too gold. Here it is when compared to the yellow of the Happy Planner. The planners I'm going to make for these three ladies will be very similar to the planner that I made for my mother, which I have a video of. They will have A5 sized pages, a divider for each month of the year, a pen loop, and things like that. I will link that video of my mother's planner in the description box. All of the discs that I have are just the generic metal discs. They are not branded, and I will share a link to the seller on Shopee in the description box. The only branded discs that I have are the Happy Planner ones that I'm currently using. So now the covers and discs for the three planners for the three ladies are ready, so I will put them aside. And here are the discs that are left, and these are all mine for now. I tried to make a pile according to size, starting with a few metal discs that I have. But instead of storing them individually in very small Ziploc bags, I will just use one Ziploc bag for each size and material. I have here some decent sized Ziploc bags that are made of a thicker material, and it has a place where I can write down a label or a note. I'm just measuring the disc to make sure which ones these are, and they are the 32 millimeter metal ones. So I just write that down and put all of the discs into the bag. Next are the 1.75-inch metal ones from Happy Planner. And all discs from the Happy Planner come in a set of 11, but because I am in the A5, I only need 8 discs, so these 3 are extras. Next are the 38 millimeter metal discs. And by the way, the pen that I'm using to write on the plastic Ziploc bag is this Faber-Castell marker that is made for plastic surfaces. These are all of the 38 millimeter metal discs that I have left. Some of them I have already given to my mother in the disc-bound planner that I made for her. The blue and the gray and the black discs together with the one silver disc, all of them 38 millimeters. But just yesterday, she did say that she wanted smaller discs, and she actually liked the mix of the gold and the rose gold and silver that I have left, which I showed her. So I might switch out those larger discs for the 32 millimeter discs that I have here. I will also need to change her cover photo so they will match the color of the discs. But I don't know when that will be as she's very busy. Let's see, I'll update you. Last are these gray metal discs, the very first set that I bought. I have 10, but one is a slightly lighter color, so I just don't use that. These discs have a sentimental value to me, and I actually almost lost these discs. I gave them away to someone who wanted to make her own disc-bound planner and also make planners for sale. And I did care about her at that time, so I gave her these discs. And it was quite symbolic for me to pass these on to her because I also passed down some planner making tips and hacks with her. And a lot of those information I did not learn easily, but I'm passing them on to her so she will know them right away. She will not have a hard time learning them. But she ended up not doing anything. She had so many reasons, and the poor, beautiful discs were just sitting there, and all the information that I gave her were, I think, forgotten already. But I was able to find a way to get these discs back, and I am never giving these away ever again. And I am also never going to give her any cherished information again. I have learned my lesson. Never give other people something that they will not use. So these discs I will always keep because they have a sentimental value to me. These are the 28 millimeter metal discs in gray. And now we move to the plastic discs, which I have so many of because I use these for storage. And they're also very affordable. They come in sets of 20, 30, 50, and 100. I always just buy them in sets of 20 or 30. I have them in the frosted version and the white opaque version. The smallest plastic discs that I have are these ones right here. They are the 18 millimeter ones. And I first bought the white ones because I wanted to make a disc-bound wallet by cutting down transparent plastic sleeves to make into card holders. But that wasn't successful. But I'm sure I can still find ways to use these tiny discs. For now, some of the 18 millimeter frosted plastic discs are on this commonplace notebook that I made. I showed this notebook in a video, which I will link down below. In that video, I had the notebook on 24 millimeter frosted plastic discs, but I realized that the notebook was too thick, and so I trimmed down the contents and used the tiny discs on it for now. But on the tiny discs, it is actually not very easy to turn, so I might go back to the 24 millimeter discs, but let's see. The next set of discs are the 24 millimeter plastic ones. I have only the frosted version of these. There are no white ones. Next are the 32 millimeter plastic ones, and I also have only the frosted version. I prefer the frosted version to the white because I feel like the frosted blends better with whatever cover I have on. The white ones are too white, I think. But I do use the white plastic discs currently for storage. These are the used up planner pages that I have from July through October 2021. And these ones left on the table are the largest plastic discs that I have. But before I store them, let me just prepare the covers for the next binder I will be needing for my used up planner pages beginning in November. This is just two pieces of plastic sheets from an old folder that I cut up and hole punched quite a while ago, but I ended up not using. Now I can use them as covers for an archive volume. I archive my pages every week, so as early as next week, I will already be able to put old pages and old content in these. I have videos on my channel showing how I make my planner pages each month, and I always show them in those videos how the pagination is split by week. I will link those videos down below. And I am also using the frosted plastic discs now for this just because I already used the white discs for the previous archive volume. Another thing that I'm using the large plastic discs on is this one that has my extra pages and some old dividers, the very first set of dividers that I made that were all white. I have a video of when I was making these dividers and I will link it down below. But hold on. Let me just make another binder because I need to organize some things even further while I am at it. I've found a few more of these cut up plastic folders, but these ones are unpunched. And as I no longer have the single hole mushroom punch because it broke, so to punch plastic, I just use a template which I clip onto the plastic sheets, and I use a single hole punch, just the ordinary single punch, and a pair of scissors. Remember these dividers? I made them during my planner refresh last August out of paper packs, and I love them so much, but they were so thick. All in all, they're so thick. The entire stack of dividers is 10 centimeters thick. That is almost half the thickness of a Hobonichi Techo. And at that time, I wanted a chunky planner on 1.75-inch discs, so I used these, but I have more content in my planner now, so I had to thin out the dividers. So I took these out and I did a little something to my dividers. It's a surprise for you all, but I will share the video about it in a couple of days. I still think these are super pretty and I'm holding on to them because I can see myself using them again in the future. And I just found an old adhesive pen loop here, which I will now transfer to my commonplace notebook. It's a little dirty, but I quickly cleaned it up. In this one, aside from having all my old dividers, I also have a bunch of unused inserts that I plan to use as notebook paper. And I also have these transparent sheets that I used when I was on the Transformer planner. I held onto them because I might be able to use them again for some reason. And I have a video of my Transformer planner, which I will of course link down below. As for this new binder, for which I'm once again using the frosted plastic discs, this is where I'll be placing all of those extra inserts I still plan to use. And as I went along, I saw a couple of 24-inch frosted discs that I didn't see before. I just put them in with the others whenever I see them. I also have this chunky monkey. These are the blank half sheets that are left over when I make my inserts every month, and I use them a lot, but I end up making more than I need. So like I said, I have been giving them away. And these sheets right here are actually parchment paper, which are left over from an old project from many, many years ago. I found them recently and I trimmed them down and hole punched them because I am going to use them. I think they're great with pencils, especially those with a soft lead. Okay, now I have this binder for old dividers, and I have this binder for used planner inserts from July through October 2021, and the binder for blank sheets. And to the side, off camera, I also have that binder that we made for the used planner sheets from November onwards. And here are the discs that I have left that are 38 millimeter plastic ones. And because there is a lot of them, I don't want to use a different sized Ziploc bag. I bag them according to color. One thing I have learned from the Organized Soprano and YouTube is that all your storage cases should be in the same size and color so that they will be easier to line up and will look neater. And I follow that advice as much as I can. And here are all of the discs that I have which are not in use. From the smallest through the largest, I have the 18 millimeter, 24 millimeter, 32 millimeters, which is around 1.25 inches, 38 millimeters, which is around 1.5 inches, and 1.75 inches. And because all of my crafty things are stored in that craft box with the zippered bags, I will put these in together with the rest. So I'm putting these back into the bag, but this time it's no longer a mess inside. I am also tossing into the bag this box of the Happy Planner discs and also these silicone bands that I found. These are old, but these two colors have never been used because I only ever use the pink one, which is on my planner right here. These bands will go in here as well so that all of the discbound planner related supplies will be here. And as you can see, it is no longer a mess and it is also a thinner bag, unlike before when it was fat and round. And that is my little video for you today. Thank you for staying with me as I organized all of my discs for the discbound system. Thanks for watching. Bye.